So hello YouTube, couple of days ago you saw my video for the sound quality test comparison of these tower speakers in Bluetooth versus HDMI mode, and we discovered that the HDMI has the brilliant sound quality, no distortion at all, and gives you the peak performance because HDMI is the best source of transfer for the music, okay, and as well as the video of course. So you will have the cleanest sound quality only from HDMI. After that you can consider the optical and aux and then Bluetooth. Bluetooth is considered as a compromised audio. That's why I wanted to connect this with HDMI and discover the good things. But in today's video I am gonna share some challenges I am facing with the HDMI connectivity with this TV on ARC port, and there is no video on YouTube which will address the exact same issue, and this will be the trial and error method. So right now I have connected this TV with the Realme stick, and that remote is not an infrared remote, it is a basic remote, and it doesn't have the infrared sensor like this Fire TV stick remote has the infrared sensor. Okay, so this infrared sensor will control all your gadgets like the home theater, the music system, the television itself. Everything will be controlled with this one remote. So you don't have to carry multiple remotes like I am doing right now. You can see I need to carry 3 remotes, all these 3 remotes. One is for the tower speakers, one is for the television, and one is for the Realme TV stick. And I am used to seamless performance with this Fire TV stick in my own residence upstairs. But this is a Airbnb flat, my Airbnb setup. So here I wanted to set up something seamless like that only. But this Realme TV stick failed miserably. The only support it's giving right now is the HDMI CEC. That means when I will turn this Realme TV stick on and off, the TV will turn on and off, but it's not controlling my tower speaker. So for tower speaker, anyway, I have to carry this remote all the time. Okay, there are many challenges. I will come to it one by one. Now I will show you the first challenge. I have connected this tower speaker via the HDMI ARC port on this TV. Okay, and the Realme TV stick is into normal HDMI port 1 and ARC port is port 2, which is connected to these tower speakers. Now I will switch on only Realme stick and the television. You can see, but tower speakers are off right now. HDMI CEC is on, everything is on, everything. I tried best to tune it, but this is the challenge I am facing. Now I will try to turn on this Realme stick. Okay. So most of the times what happens, if I don't turn on the tower speakers, this Realme TV stick won't turn on and it will show the black screen. Let's see if it works this time. So it's on correct port HDMI 1, but you still cannot see the screen for Realme stick. I don't know, it's issue with the Realme. Okay, now it turned on. Okay guys, now let's check if we are getting audio from TV or not. Basically it should work. When your tower speakers are not on, not switched on, you should get the audio from your television. So if this works, we are good to go. No issues so far. Okay, just we should test if we are getting some audio or not. And one more thing guys, this Realme stick is really slow. Okay, I brought this just to have a change, otherwise I could have ordered one more Fire TV stick, and I regret over my decision. I am going to order one more Fire TV stick. Okay, so we can hear the audio, and this audio is controlled by this Realme stick. Okay, you can see this is not the actual audio of TV. I have by default kept it on 50. Okay, see, So Realme Stick would not control your TV audio. Keep that in mind. Now everything is good so far. Everything is working fine. Now I'll click on home button. I had another issue when I switched on the tower speakers. Let me show you that. It's really slow, guys. Please excuse me. I'm not happy with the performance of Realme Stick. Blindly go for Fire TV Stick. There is nothing better than that. Best value for money. And the upcoming sale, the Amazon Great Indian Sale, you will find the Fire TV Stick around 2000 rupees only. The third generation I am talking about. Okay, let me open some app and I will click the home button directly. Okay, now I am on YouTube. I click the home button. Okay, it came to home screen. Okay, but when I turn on these tower speakers, that is HDMI 2 source, the TV signals, TV senses the signal for the HDMI 2. Then whenever I am pressing the home button, it's taking me to HDMI 2 directly. I don't know why. The Realme stick is faulty here, I believe. Now let's turn on the tower speakers. Okay, now I'll switch off the television. I mean the Realme TV stick. Okay, TV is off. HDMI CEC is working. I am happy for that. Okay, it was not working before, as I said in my last video. Now I will switch it on again. Okay, so the expected result was, at least for me, these tower speakers should turn on automatically as they are connected via HDMI. But these Philips guys have inserted what kind of HDMI module, I don't know. It's not sensing the signal from the television and not turning automatically on. Doesn't make sense, right? HDMI should have that feature. Okay, I will turn it on manually. Now you can see whenever I restart this system, it by default goes to half volume, that is 15. So even if I max out my Realme TV stick, that audio output won't be enough. So I will have to manually increase the volume from here or its remote. That is the another challenge. Now I will show you the real challenge. Okay. Now the audio will come out from these tower speakers. There is no issue on that part. Now I will press the home button. Let's see what happens. See, it jumped to HDMI 2. There is no logic behind this. Okay, Realme stick is controlling my TV. Why? And that too in a wrong way. Okay, so as soon as I pressed the home button, it went to HDMI input 2 for no reason. It should go to home screen of this Realme TV stick, but it's going to the HDMI 2 port. I tried literally everything to fix this, but it's not working. So these are the challenges I faced with this Realme stick. That the volume control, we will have to set this, turn this on manually. We will have to increase the volume of the system manually, and then go to this one. Okay. Now I will turn this system off. I'll turn this off. So now I switched off the tower speakers. Now let's see if this turns on. Because yesterday, whenever I switched off the tower speakers, the Realme TV stick stopped responding. It won't switch on. Now let's see. Okay, seems like we have the same issue again. Now I clicked the switch on button on the Realme TV stick, but it's not turning on. I don't know what weird kind of issue it has. I'll do it in front of you again. It won't turn on. Okay, now I will switch on these tower speakers. Now I think it will turn on. See, it got the signal and TV is turning on. I don't know what kind of mess this Realme guys have created, but I am really not happy with it. If my guest has to understand all this complex mechanism, then I will have to paste a tutorial for them. This is really messy. Okay, now these are all problems I faced with the Realme TV stick. Let me show you what options it has into the audio section, which are pretty much useless. So this is the audio section, HDMI CEC. I turn on the CEC switch. That means as soon as I turn on or off the Realme TV stick, it will turn on or off my television. Okay. The second system is the volume control, and this is the experimental feature provided by Realme. So what happens is, as soon as I turn it on, it will start controlling volume of my tower speakers directly. You won't see this volume bar on Realme TV stick. Okay, it will start controlling. But what happens as soon as I turn it on now, its volume gets decreased. The output of the audio gets decreased a lot. Like you will only get 50% potential from these tower speakers if I turn this volume control feature on. So that is also useless. So I am showing you the honest challenges I faced with this Realme TV stick. If you are gonna compile your whole system together, that you had non-smart TV, and if you have the smart TV, why you will buy this Realme TV stick? Makes sense. Okay, so if you have the TV, the home theater, and all the setup all together, then do not buy this. Now we will do an experiment. I will remove this TV stick and I will insert this Amazon Fire TV stick, because this is a very good and most selling TV stick across the globe, and this remote is also universal. So I will try to compile this remote with these tower speakers. Let's see if it works, and I will do all this configuration, then we will resume the video. So YouTube, after lots of analysis and trials, Fire TV stick remote doesn't have the configuration or database for these Philips tower speakers. I will have to reach out to Fire TV helpline customer care support, and maybe in future they will study this particular model and add the database to configure with this infrared sensor of this Fire TV stick. But as of now it's not working. I tried all the Philips models into the existing Fire TV system. None of them works. Okay, so I will stop this here. The audio I can hear, but it's not controlling this home theater system. Let's play something. Also for volume I cannot see anything. NCS track on YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
How can more women drive innovation in our industry? Women continue to be globally underrepresented in...
Okay, volume control is same problem on this one also. Okay, just now I clicked on home button and it took me to the HDMI 2. Now I am helpless. I think I will have to remove this tower speaker from the HDMI 2 port. I think there is problem in this TV itself, not in the Realme stick or anything. This is very unfortunate. I had good plans, but the system is not allowing me. This TV actually is not allowing me to configure it. I made a mistake. I could have brought a smart TV instead of this. So this is a weird issue. Now I'll have to switch it manually from the TV remote to HDMI 1. Very difficult. Let me give you the sound demo if there is any difference between the Fire TV stick and a Realme TV stick if we connect any HDMI receiver to it. In any case, I am not able to control the volume. I will have to check the configuration again. I tried to set it on TV as well as the receiver, but in both cases it's not working. Right now I have set it on TV. Okay, it's working. It's directly controlling the audio over here and here. I don't.
Guys, आज family movie night है. Are you ready? No.
I tried to do it from. I tried to play some song from NCS track, and I heard the distortion. Maybe the song is distorted itself. Let's try some other song. This is very boring. Though this song is very boring, but it's crystal clear now, no distortion at all. Okay, everything is working so far. Only the power on and off should work with this tower speaker system. Now I'll try to switch off my Fire TV stick. Let's see if TV switches off. It should basically. Okay, TV switched off, but tower speaker is not switching off. I'll turn off the tower speaker manually. Now let me turn on the Fire TV stick again. Now it will directly control the infrared sensor of the remote. So both systems should turn on. Yeah, it's working. But this is working even in Realme stick. So I'm confused now. Should I order one more Fire TV stick or not? Because it's not solving my purpose to control these tower speakers. I'm really helpless. So I wanted to make this video to make you realize that before experimenting all things like this complex, all HDMI connections, you should first figure it out if it's gonna work for you or not. For me, this tower speaker didn't work. Let me be honest with you. There are very few tower speakers in market which has the HDMI input. The HDMI input is designed actually for the 5.1, 7.1 or Dolby Atmos 11.1 audio configuration, not for these stereo systems, and that is why it makes sense not to have the HDMI into the stereo systems, because the stereo systems work with the optical, they also work with the 3.5 mm jack or even with the Bluetooth. So why to have the HDMI wiring for that? I believe it had a little better sound quality, but I will have to compromise with the sound quality because it's not working as I expected. I'm not getting the seamless experience. When I will remove this tower speaker from HDMI input, and my guest will have to stay happy with the existing system. Sorry for that. So this was all my video on HDMI complexity. My honest recommendation to you guys is buy a sound bar if you want to enjoy the crystal clear audio, lossless audio from directly from HDMI. Buy a sound bar which has the HDMI in and HDMI out. Okay, don't buy a soundbar or TV which is working on ARC port. It is very complex and most of the times it won't come out as you expect. Okay, so I will recommend you to buy a soundbar which has the HDMI in and HDMI out port, which are expensive soundbars to be honest, and in cheap brands like Zebronics and all you will find that kind of soundbar in budget of 12 to 15k. But if you go for good brands like JBL, I had JBL 5.1 soundbar which had the HDMI in and HDMI out port, and trust me, it gave the flawless sound quality, lossless sound quality. But you have to turn soundbar all the time on. It won't pass through the signal if you don't turn it soundbar on. So that is the compromise you have to do. So everything comes with the pros and cons. The best configuration for the stereo setup, I will say the optical, because the optical is the only out signal from your television. There is no mess of in and out, everything. So if you suppose this TV doesn't have the optical out, unfortunately, but if your television has the optical out port, then there are many sound bars and sound system, the stereo systems, or even the 5.1 like Logitech Z906 which has the optical input port. You can simply get that system, and the best point of the optical system is you can turn the system off on anytime as per your convenience, and it will throw the output simultaneously from your television as well as the optical system. So it's your choice to hear output from both of the things, or keep one thing off and one thing on. That's all. I will try to make video on optical also in future. This was pretty lengthy video, sorry for that, but I wanted to share the real problems which no one will share with you. What the real problems you have with the HDMI ARC port especially. Okay, so that was my video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop your comments below. Stay tuned, live loud.